My name is Nicholas Montez, and watch my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the next movie in my series, Journey to Encanto, which is actually coming out in a month, actually. Well, actually, when you make it until tomorrow, Sunday, then it will be until a month. But anyway, today we're talking about the next movie, which is Treasure Planet. After seeing Emperor's New Groove last week, well, actually 2 weeks ago, I was very in love with that movie, and I could not wait to see the next one. And before we get started talking about Treasure Planet, I think it's very vague that we talk about the past Disney animated movie before Treasure Planet, which is, of course, Lilo and Stitch. And for me, I just feel like that this is one of the most rewatchable and classic Disney animated movies. Now, is it as top tier like Snow White and Pinocchio is? I don't think so. But it definitely lives up for a Disney movie. It's a mixture of Men in Black. It has this Elvis Presley tribute. And it has a great bond between these two sisters. And of course, Stitch is of course just an adorable character. All the characters are all just fun and just characters you like to be around. And it's just a very fun story that you like to rewatch. And the soundtrack with Elvis Presley songs is just great. And it's just a great movie. Though it's not like top tier Disney, it's still very good. So I would still say it's very great, and it's still a very solid piece of Disney family entertainment. Alright, now let's get into the real deal, Treasure Planet. And the first thing that you gotta talk about with this movie is the voice cast. Of course, as always, the Disney company knows how to find great voice casting, especially with this movie. There's just a lot of familiar voices with it, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jim Hawking, Emma Thompson as the captain, Andy's mom from Toy Story playing Jim's mom, and then Martin Short playing this robot character that I thought was pretty fun and pretty funny. And so they found cool ways to do the voice cast. Another thing that I kind of liked about the movie was a bit of the story elements. Because it feels like one of those other stories where there's this, inside of the story, there's this world, well, this place that is built, that it's famous for having lots of stuff, whether it's diamonds, gold, money. This is another one of those stories where you have to do it, and I think they do it in a very clever way, where they kind of do it in a futuristic type way, but in the 2000s. That's pretty profound and clever to do in a Disney movie, especially with the technology. And then of course, I think another part of what makes the story and the movie so good is of course the animation. And I think probably some of the action sequences, but mostly the animation was kind of what kept me going throughout the movie. And then finally, I think this movie also has a pretty good soundtrack, honestly, and great music. I just think that the way the music and soundtrack sounded, it just sounded so good, and I loved it. So that's really everything on the good. Now let's kind of move on to the bad. Alright, one more thing we do before we get on the bad, I just gotta say, the relationship between Jim and that guy, I also really love. Alright, now talking about the bad, I feel like that there were some parts of the story that just felt incomplete. Because they set up Jim's, friend to be this villain that's out for the treasure, but then he becomes good again. And I think that's kind of clever, but then it doesn't really feel that satisfying, like you're not doing anything different. And the villain story here, I just think is a little bit confusing. And then likewise, the movie seems a bit short, but it seems like a very short movie, but then it just seems kind of long. And I think that's a bit disappointing going into this movie. But that's it. This is a pretty good Disney movie. I personally enjoyed it. I wanna show it to my other people, I guess, but we'll talk about that in the future. Overall, I liked Treasure Planet, and I liked it. So that's my review for Treasure Planet. Before I give you my final score, be sure to comment down below what are your thoughts on Treasure Planet. Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? We're right in between. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. With that said, let's get on my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores, but we have one more thing to do before we end this video, and that's to see where does Treasure Planet rank in my Disney animation movie ranking. So, up to Treasure Planet. So let's see where it ranks. Up to Treasure Planet. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6 and my TikTok name is MarvelFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my back section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same name on Instagram. Marvel_6_. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.